to Rapid Motion Africa. We're still at the Grand Prix of Entertainment, Kyalami, and we're going to be catching up with the VWChallengeSA Challenge. As always, a big thanks to Goldwagen for all of this Volkswagen Challenge action. It's round 9 of the Volkswagen Challenge, and at Kyalami Grand Prix Circuit, it means that the entire field is going to be on the grid at the same time. Classes A, P, B, and C all going to be making their way onto the grid after qualifying. And at this stage, the championship is very tight. It's Craig Murray who leads from VWChallengeSA, and Ray Wolford down in 3rd place with an opportunity to make up for lost ground. As the cars make their way onto the grid proper for race number 1 here at the Pro Tour at Kyalami, it's the man on pole position, George Economides, in the Volkswagen Golf ahead of Piloffer and Ray Wolford, and VWChallengeSA ahead of Jakes Jacobs, but some problems there for Monkeys during qualifying.
Well, I must say, Jakes, you're not having a lot of luck here. 3 polos pranked in practice.
Roger, it's something unbelievable that we've never experienced before, and the funny part of it is each accident is like a freak accident. Barry turned it upside down yesterday. Just went off the track for unknown reasons.
On what corner?
Turn 2, which is fast. Then I hit the wheel that came off from George Economides. I didn't see it coming. That sent me into the wall and my car is out. And then this morning, Valdi put it on his roof. It's just something unheard of. And for the polo class, it's bad because we've lost 3 serious contenders. Yeah.
Big letdown there for the Polos, but Class B, a new man up front, Conrad Viljoen ahead of Craig Murray and Rob Prius, and Mark Gregory, James Fuller and Badres Lala, they're in 3rd place in C's.
Conrad down from Class A to be in your pole position.
Yes, very happy to be there. Car perfect, brought it back from George Economides. Car just 100% sorted, very happy. We'll see what will happen in the first heat,
Well, it is first heat time, race 1, 8 laps, and it's going to be a staggered start. Classes A starting first, and then Class P and B right behind them. Class A gets away. It's a great start. All problems there on the line for one of the Vendetta cars. I think that was Etienne Prinsley who just stalled on the line. That's a big problem. But it's George Economides and Ray Wolford side by side as they come through turn number 2. And joining me in the commentary booth, as per usual, Big Graham Nathan.
Thank you, Greg. The guys are going at it flat out again. Straight away, out the blocks, they are full on. But it looks like Ray Wolford's got the front. Let's have a look at the start of Class B. And we've got Jakes Jacobs on the right-hand side of your screen here, and he gets away perfectly. Gary van Heerden on the left, and there are 2 cars in between. Let's have a look. We go on board with Derek Smallberger. Derek is getting sandwiched by Jonathan Roborg-Sondergaard, but let's see if he can make it around Gary van Heerden. Jonathan goes up the inside. Gary slots into 2nd place, and Derek just has to follow.
Biggest loser there was Gary van Heerden, unfortunately going from 2nd place down to 3rd. And he's got a bit of work to do as he tries to get up the inside of Roborg-Sondergaard. Classes B and C get away nicely as well. Oh, big wheel smoke from one of the cars as they get off the line. You can see a huge field of Golfs has joined us here for the Volkswagen Challenge. And down across the line now, they're a little bit off the base, and we go on board with Kieran Kwambi. They're way back on classes A and P, but we're looking forward to some great action here in amongst these Golfs.
Kieran having a look around the outside of Jacques Vermeulen, trying to make it stick around the outside of turn 2. That is a really brave move, but if he can make it happen, it's going to be a great move. But he's still trying around the outside. Jacques Vermeulen just blocking the inside, going, you want this position, go around the outside of me, boy.
Trailer Park Girl here, Kieran Kwame going around the outside, but he hangs on side by side with Vermeulen, back to the front end of the field here. Look at this, Ray Wolford has dropped back seriously here, and he's under some serious pressure as well from Andy Gossman and the Timyon car there off Krill.
Unbelievable stuff. Ray Wolford has gone from 1st to 5th in 1 lap, in half a lap. I don't know what happened there, but out in front is George Economides. He's just driving away. Jürgen Pulhofer is going straight back at him, and Ray's sitting there going, what is going on here? He's being harassed at the moment by Johan Crawford. Johan Crawford going to have a look around the outside. Unbelievable stuff. Johan is putting huge pressure on the front runners at the moment.
Yeah, some major pressure going on at the front here, and Class A always has this. George Economides with a slight gap as they go into the kink for the first time. We go on board with Gavin Ross in the Norbrake Volkswagen Golf, and he's in amongst the usual contenders. Can you handle this action?
Gavin is following Simon Mosley. He's a newcomer to the A-class field, but Gavin is really battling. He's not used to being down in about 5th or 6th or 10th position, but having a go. go. Simon runs it a little bit wide. Gavin's going to try and take a slingshot, but at the moment, doesn't look like Gavin's car's got the pace.
Anton Creel right on the tailpiece there. Here comes Ray Wilford, and he's got a whole gaggle of cars chasing down him, hunting him down here big time. We go back to Classes P. Look at this. Up front, it's all about Jakes Jacobs and the battle for second place is between Roborg Sondergaard and, of course, Gary Van Heerden. Van Heerden, first time out in Volkswagen Challenge. We normally see him in the Engen Volkswagen Cup.
On board with Derek Smallberger as he sits and watches the guys going away. It looks like Derek's got a bit of a problem with the horsepower of his motor car. He's running out of power down the straights, but he's going to have to do all the work in the corners. Let's have a look, see if Derek can get back to these guys. He's trying as hard as he can. And looking at it up the road, we've got Clayton LaRue having a look at Roborg Sondergaard up the inside.
Yeah, he definitely had a good little squiz, but I'm not quite sure if he made it stick. We'll have to wait and see. But as they come back to Classes B and C, look at this stuff, absolutely flat out through turn one, and that's close to 150 k's an hour. We go through in these little golfs. We're on board with Quinton Needham. He's coming up onto the back end of Peter Thompson, and Thompson is pushing hard. He's the old man of the mountains here, and he's hanging on, keeping these youngsters at bay.
Quinton Needham putting a lot of pressure on Peter Thompson, and here it is. Come on, Uncle Peter, let's go. Yeah, there comes the first of the bumps that's going to happen. I'm sure Peter's going to get a couple more.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot more than those. Oh, looks like somebody's going a bit sideways here. Yes, indeed. Rallycross action. Oh, we got another car spinning out. That's car number 56, and that is James Fuller. So James Fuller just gets it completely sideways there, and unfortunately ends up and gets back onto the circuit. Back to Class A though, no changes in the top four.
Unbelievable stuff here. Andy Gossman wants to get that position away from Anton Creel, but at the moment George Economides has got it quite comfortable. He's just riding away from this field. But Johan Crawford is under pressure. Johan is under pressure from Jason Finney and Wayne Masters.
Oh, look at that, Graham. We've also got some pressure here on Ray Wilford as we go on board with Gavin Ross. Wilford has dropped right to the back of the field.
Gavin Ross has just gone up the inside of Simon Mosey. He's finally got the way past that polo, and now he is setting off after the front runners.
Look at this, some serious pressure being put onto Anton Creel in the RBTS car. And look at that, Gossman goes up the inside and makes it stick. Superb bit of driving there from Andy Gossman, and just forces that Timian car into fourth place.
Absolutely. Andy Gossman is up, right up in the front. But look at this. Johan Crawford is coming out down. Jason Finney, he is not letting that position go. He wants it back. Let's have a look through turn one. He goes up the inside. He's now on the outside for turn two. Can Jason? Yes, Jason hangs on to it. Jason hangs on. Wayne Masters under huge pressure from Quinton Thompson. As you can see, Quinton putting a wheel or two off on the dirt. Jean Gerber now having a look up the inside of Quinton Thompson. Can he make it stick? No, Quinton hangs around the outside and holds on to his position.
This Class A battle is really turning out to be one of the best races of the day. And as you can see, the field is growing tremendously. Every single time we go out for a Goldwagen Volkswagen Challenge, we just get an extension of the field. Class A has grown by almost 4 or 5 cars here at Kyalami, Graham.
This is an unbelievable formula. The cars, there are more and more coming all the time. They're cheap, it's economical, and going down to Class P, Jakes Jacobs looks like he's got a gap. Jakes is going away from this field. Gary Van Heerden holding up Clayton LaRue at the moment, but Jakes has put his head down and he's trying to get away.
He's actually got ahead of one of the Class A competitors there. I'm not quite sure the number, just missed out on that one. But look at this, Clayton LaRue starting to put some pressure, as is Jonathan Robards Sondergaard. So watch out for him. He's going to be coming through, looking to get past that LaRue Motors car just in front of him.
On board with Quinton Needham as we follow Ian Prinsloo down to the Goodyear sweep. This is one of the fastest turns on the track. Let's have a look through here, setting it up nice and gently. Light brakes, whoa, he runs it in really hot. Ian under huge pressure here from Quinton Needham as they go down to the old clubhouse. Let's have a look now. Does he make a move? Oh, it's just out of screen. No, Quinton Needham still has to ride behind Ian Prinsloo.
Kieran Kwame just in the background there. In fact, I think it was actually Ian Prinsloo who actually hit the brakes there, and Quinton Needham didn't actually touch the brakes. So he goes up the inside and makes it stick into the S's. Great bit of manoeuvring there. The Lonial Shopping Centre S's, and up they go towards Westbank, and Needham has got through, and now Ian Prinsloo has to come back and find a way past.
He's not going to let Peter Thompson go. Peter goes up the inside of Wouter Roos. This Class B gaggle has got into Quinton Needham, rides into Wouter. That is going to have to slow him down a little bit, and Ian's going, thank you very much. Look at this gaggle of cars going down the mine shaft now. There are cars inside, outside, 2 abreast through the mine shaft. Here it goes. Quinton Needham on the outside, Ian Prinsloo up the inside, and they hang it through the mine shaft. Flat out stuff. Whoa, on board with Wouter Roos as we look at the big lockup of brakes. You don't have to be a psychic to know that there's trouble coming here.
Big
Class
locker.
just is not going to go into one.
Especially into this kick. Look at this, they side by side, and a little touch there between. Oh, and look at that, Kwambi gets it completely out of shape. Needham has to take evasive action. Kwambi hangs on, but Quinton Needham, what a great bit of driving there. He could have made that really, really bad for himself. He just backed out and let Kwambi settle his car, and that little bumper is still hanging on. Not anymore. It's been knocked off by Kwambi's Kiara RT car.
Unbelievable stuff. These guys are going at it. Let's go on board with Kieran Kwambi. A touch from the left, a touch from the right. Left, right, which way now? Unbelievable stuff.
That's awesome. Onboard action there from Kieran Kwambi of the same event. And that was what it's all about as you go into the kink. 4 cars do not go into that small corner.
Back to the front, and Andy Gosman has gone into second. Look at this. Jason Finney has gone into third position, and Jürgen Pullofer is sitting there going, come on guys, you guys are fighting, I'm going to take this one as well. Anton Kriel is holding off Wayne Masters. Anton and Wayne are going to go at it. These guys are flat out all the way around this racetrack.
Into the bowl, and here they come under braking for the Bridgestone Bowl. Look at these boys absolutely flying. It's Jason Finney. He's the race winner from the previous round. Remember, he's right on the inside of Gosman. Is Gosman going to be able to hang on? Yes, he is. Late braking there from Andy Gosman to keep Jason Finney at bay as they come into the Citizen Kink. Out of the Citizen Kink now, Gosman takes the evasive line. He goes inside, but Jason Finney might be able to get the apex and slingshot his way across the line as they come to start the last lap.
Andy's making that car so wide, and Wayne Masters goes out the inside of Anton Kriel, but Anton wants it back. Anton takes a slingshot and tries to run him again. But have a look at this. Clayton LaRue has caught Jake Jacobs. What has happened? Has Jake's got a problem? Or has Clayton just got the foot flat and going?
No, he's got the hammer down there. There's no doubt. Here we go back to classes B and C. And up front there. Oh, look at this. Craig Murray starting to put some pressure on for the win. Hopefully he's going to be able to hang on to it because he's right on the tailpiece there and looking to take that win away.
He is trying really, really hard. But Mr. Fillion is not going to let him have it. He's not going to let him have it all his own way. Rob Prius sitting there, putting huge pressure on both of them. These guys are going at it full throttle, and as we can see, they've just managed to pass Andre Tenapel in the 4th or the 5th car in the Polos. He's trying as hard as he possibly can. Let's go back to the action at the front.
Back up to the action at front. Gosman still hanging on. Jason Finney looking for a way past. And there's Jürgen Pilloffer sitting in 4th place, looking for a mistake from one of these drivers. And he realizes, oh, getting it sideways. Wayne Masters giving Anton Kriel a little bit of a run for his money. And the two of them come out of Clubhouse Corner absolutely sideways.
Let's have a look who gets through the S's. Jürgen Pilloffer goes up the inside of Andy Gosman. Gosman made a mistake, and Jürgen said, thank you very much. But let's have a look. Anton Kriel has still managed to stay there. But look at this. Clayton LaRue's got ahead of Jake Jacobs. Jake's is now under pressure from Gary van Heerden. Gary's not quite used to running in 3rd and 4th position. He doesn't like it. He wants to get to the front as well.
He's used to the pressure though from Engine Volkswagen Cup. This is what it's all about. These are the ex-Volkswagen Cup cars, of course. And there you can see the Nathan's Motorsport car absolutely flying in 3rd place. They're looking for a way past Jacobs. And of course Clayton LaRue there in 1st. Back to the front end of the field now. It's all about George Economides. Jason Finney hanging on, but here's the battle for 3rd. Finney's going to take 2nd place as they come through Bungie now. It's all about Pilloffer. And is he going to be able to hang on to Andy Gosman? They're coming out of Bungie now in our sights, and yes, indeed, it's 4-way battle for 3rd place. Wayne Masters is in there as well in the Jonas Way car, as is Anton Kriel. Across the line, though, it's going to be Pilloffer only just from Gosman. And it looks like just in 4th place, 5th place.
Oh, a spinner. He was leading. Koenraad Viljoen was leading, and he has thrown it away on the last lap. I cannot believe it. Craig Murray must be saying thank you very much. I can't believe this. This is like candy. And Rob Prius is going to take 2nd. Craig Murray is going to take 1st as a gift from Koenraad Viljoen.
Yeah, a little bit of music in the car there, I think, was under pressure. George Economides hanging on ahead of Finney and Pilloffer, and Clayton LaRue takes his very first win in Class P.
So, George, you're having a good trot at the moment. You've had 7 wins so far this season.
Yeah, Roger, it's been an amazing last few races for us. And hopefully it can keep going this way.
And this car just doesn't miss a beat.
Doesn't, and it's fantastic preparation. But I think mainly our practice is paying off. I mean, we've been practicing constantly at Zwartkops, and I think that's what's doing it for us. I think
motorsport is 90% preparation and practice.
Yeah, I think if a few of the other guys did that and took some time off work, I think they might be up front as well.
Good advice there. Craig Murray hanging on to take the win in Class B ahead of Rob Prius and Koenraad Viljoen. Mark Gregory finished up top of Class C.
Just on the last lap there, you were behind Conrad. What happened there?
Conrad, we came down the mine shaft and I saw him throwing, his car was leaving oil, and I thought it was Christmas. I thought, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen now. So I pushed hard, and coming down the mine shaft into the sweep, I could see there was oil somewhere on his car, and I just aimed for the inside, and his brakes didn't work, and he spun next to me, and unbelievable.
Class B's going your way and the championship.
Yes, very much so. From the last race, I've been in the lead with the championship, and now with Voldy having unfortunate luck today, it looks like it'll be going my way.
Right, race 2 action, and it's a good start this time from George Economides and Ray Wolford. Now, hopefully Ray Wolford's got that car sorted out, because there were some major problems that didn't allow him to finish the first heat, but it looks like he has managed to sort those problems out, and they side by side as they were in the first heat as they go through turn number 2.
Ray Wolford is hanging around the outside. Can he make it stick into Nasher? Unbelievable stuff. Ray goes around the outside of George. George is going to try and block this line, but Ray is going to sweep across in front of him. Look at this, battles royal right through the field. Wayne Masters putting huge pressure on Eddie Rodriguez, going down towards Goodyear Street. Start of Class P. Look at that, Sondergaard has got to the front. Jake Jacobs is second. Let's have a look there. Clayton LaRue around the outside of Andre Tenapel. Some dust. Who is that? That's Jonathan Sondergaard. He has thrown it away. Unbelievable stuff. Straight from the front to the wall.
0 to 0 time. That's what it's all about. Unfortunately, I was about to say, that's the first time he's got to the front end of the field. And as he got there, he threw it away. Big problems though. Class B and C get underway as well. Look at this. There's about 30 City Golfs about to make their way down towards turn number 1. And here we go, back on board with cameraman supreme, Kieran Kwambi.
Kieran Kwambi is going to sit here and watch the action. He's going to go up the inside. Turn 2, the car shrieks across the front of him. Quinton Needham runs to the outside. Still a whole bunch of dust from Jonathan's crash, but let's have a look. These guys are going at it.
There's Robox Undergard in the background as well there. Graham just making his way around very pitifully as we see Peter Thompson already under pressure. Here goes Quinton Needham getting force wide there. I'm not quite sure who's on his inside, but he got force wide into the kitty litter. It's rallycross time.
Unbelievable stuff. I think that was Jacques Vermeulen just going, I'm here now and I want this place. Let's go back to the front. Ray Wolford under pressure from Jürgen. But so is Wayne Masters from Finney. These guys are pushing and shoving and bumping and crashing each other. But at the moment in the front we've got George Economides, Ray Wolford, Jürgen Pilloffer, Anton Krill, Andy Goshman, and they are flat out.
Not one of them breaking as they go through the sweep and into Bridgestone Bowl. You can see that there's some definite pressure back onto the front for Economides. He's not going to have it as easy as he had in the first heat. Ray Wolford has got that car sorted out. Look, he's already looking for a way past. Onto the brakes, into the kink, and well, it's all about that battle up front. It's now 8 cars because we've seen the rest of them just start filing up behind, looking for a way past.
Unbelievable stuff. Ray goes to the outside. George goes to the inside to defend. Ray goes to the inside. Jürgens follows Ray. It's unbelievable stuff. These guys are trying as hard as they possibly can. And George must stop looking in his mirror. If he looks in his mirror, he's going to lose out. He's got to put his head down and go as hard as he possibly can.
Juan Gerber just pulling off onto the left-hand side of the main straight there. Unfortunately, it looks like it's end of the day for him as we go to the back to the front end of Class P. And it's Jake Jacobs hanging on from Gary Van Heerden. And there we go, Clayton LaRue. And look at that, Derek Smallberger in the Sabertech car. We're going on board with him now. He's right on Martin LaRue Motors' car.
Absolutely tight stuff here. Derek is trying as hard as he can. As you can see, Martin opens a little bit of a gate. Let's see if Derek can take it back through the tight stuff.
Looks like he's battling a little bit with power there, Graham. I'm not quite sure what the problem is, but there's definitely a problem in that car for Derek Smallberger.
Absolutely. I'm sure I'll hear about it a little bit later, but Wimpy staying under pressure from Wouter Roos back to Class B, and we've got Craig Murray and Conrad Viljoen. These guys are going at it. They're going at it flat out all the time, right down through the field. Kieran Kwambi running down in around about 7th position. Oh, a little bit wide there, a little bit of a strange line going into turn 2. Kieran, that's a touch tight. Has he got somebody on the outside of him? I'm not sure. Did he just manage to make an error?
Looks like it was just a small error. Oh, speaking of small errors, Stuart Mack getting it sideways too as they come through the top end of O'Neill Shopping Centre corner. Now onto the old main straight. Peter Thompson. Then we've got back to the front end of Class A, in fact. And look at this. The battle has not ended. And Wayne Masters is starting to make his way up to the front part of this field. It's Economides from the Fuchs Titan car there of Ray Wolford. Then we go to the Timian car. Anton Krill, Jürgen Pilloffer, Wayne Masters, Jason Finney. That's how close it is. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable stuff. The proverbial blanket. These guys are. There's no gap here. There's just no breathing space for these boys.
One mistake and it's all over. Class P, still 4 cars linked like Fenton trailers as they come through Bridgestone corner. Look at this. Jake Jacobs hanging on for dear life, and it's Gary Van Heerden and of course Clayton LaRue, and the man we're on board with, Derek Smallberger, battling a little bit with power, but I'm sure he's going to just make it stick as much as he can and wait for a mistake from the top 3.
Absolutely, Derek is not going to give up. Jake Jacobs is under pressure from Gary Van Heerden. Gary wants that place. Gary wants to go to the front. That is the debut for that motor car, and he needs to prove a point.
As they go across the line now to complete another lap, it's Class P battle we're watching. Jake Jacobs, Gary Van Heerden looking for a way past. He hasn't found it just yet, and he realizes there's a little bit of pressure behind him from Clayton LaRue still, so he's going to have to hang on and watch those rearview mirrors. Back to the front of Class A, 4 laps down, and we got 4 to go, and Wayne Masters up the inside of Piloffer. A superb maneuver there. That car's got to turn a pace. What a maneuver there from the Jonas Way Tools car, and look at Finney up the inside of him as well. Look at that.
Jürgen went right around the outside of Wayne. He must have missed a gear and has gone straight back into 3rd position. These guys are going at it all the time. Jason Finney, Jürgen Piloffer, Wayne Masters, Andy Gossman. Out in front, it's George Economidi. Oh, Wayne throws it up the inside of Jason Finney, and he says, I want that position and I want it now.
Yeah, I tried to take it from you earlier and you wouldn't listen. Now I'm taking it, okay? He looks down. There looks like there might be a problem in that Jonas Way car. It looks like Wayne Masters was definitely looking down at something there as we go back to the front end of Class B, and there's still Craig Murray battling hard with Rob Prius. Stuart Mack getting it a bit sideways. Then we go to Peter Thompson. Here comes the Giada IT car. That's Kieran Kwambi. And the rest of the field, Ian Prinsloo, just tucked in behind Dean Lester, and that's a battle royal. That's about for 7th and 8th place in Class B. So the battle's all the way through this field. That's what we like to see. Craig Murray hanging on though.
Unbelievable stuff. Craig Murray is under pressure from Conrad Viljoen. He's under pressure from Rob Prius, and they are just going at it. Unbelievable stuff. Vote to Roos, but let's go back to the front. Craig Murray, Conrad Viljoen, Rob Prius. Vote to Roos is getting gaggled up by Class B, but he's having a great time in amongst those boys.
Back to the front end of Class A though, and this battle has still not finalised itself just yet. Wayne Masters looking for a way up the inside. He's got the line. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. Jürgen Piloffer with no answer, and it looks like Jason Finney's going to try the same manoeuvre. It's side-by-side action as they go across the line, and look at that. Wayne Masters hangs on. Piloffer now down into 4th place. Jason Finney in 5th, and Gossman sitting in the background going, hey, I want some of that action too, please.
Absolutely. Wayne's probably going, geez, it's about time I got rid of these guys. But they are all going at it. Wayne, this is not going to be your own way, China. Jürgen does want that position back, and so does Jason Finney.
I think Wayne Masters is in for a huge battle. Look at this up front. It's Gary Van Heerden who's got to the front. Clayton LaRue going to go to 2nd. Jake Jacobs has been demoted to 2 positions in less than a lap. Oh, what happened there? Gary Van Heerden missing a gear coming out of the final turn.
Unbelievable stuff. 4 cars abreast going down the main straight. Who is going to get the drive? Gary Van Heerden has gone from 1st to 4th in 1 corner. Unbelievable stuff. On board with Derek Smallberg up the inside of turn 1. I think Clayton LaRue's up the outside. There he is. Clayton sweeps across in front of Derek Smallberger. Derek tries to go up the inside again. Jakes is going, thank you very much. You guys box a little bit. I want to get away. Let's go back to Quinton Needham. And behind Quinton Needham, we've got Derek Minnie. These guys are going at it. This is for round about 7th, 8th, and 9th position. But Class B, there's a race right throughout the field.
Oh, big sideways action here. 64 spinning out. Quinton Needham getting it completely sideways. Oh, look at this. It's Taylor just missing out. And look at Mark Gregory just hangs on for dear life and finds a gap between the dirt and that Jetta. Well done, Mark Gregory.
Unbelievable stuff. Did you see those guys? There were cars everywhere. On board here with Kieran Kwambi, and he's chasing Peter Thompson. Peter wants Stuart Mack. Stuart's ahead of Peter. Kieran wants Peter Thompson. Unbelievable stuff. These guys are going. Here we go. Straight to the S's. Let's have a look if Kieran Kwambi can put Peter under a whole bunch of pressure and make him make a mistake. Let's have a look. Up the inside, nice and gently. Oh, look in. Look in. Up front, we've got Stuart Mack making an error. Peter leaves the throttle wide open. Kieran runs it wide, and they all manage to miss him. Unbelievable stuff.
Now we've seen some serious action there in the Engine Volkswagen Cup. This is Goldwagen Volkswagen Challenge, and Stuart Mack gets it completely sideways in the S's, and he's followed up right behind Quinton Needham by the looks of things, who's also managed to get back onto the circuit after that big off. Right, back to the front of Class P. Look at this, Jacobs hanging on, but only just from Clayton LaRue. Smallberg has managed to keep Gary Van Heerden at bay, but Van Heerden is looking for a way past big time.
How's this for pressure? These guys have been at it all race long. Unbelievable stuff. Derek once again on board with him, and we're going down the straight. He's probably getting frustrated to hell with the power of this motor car. He cannot get there. He can't stay with him, and he's having to drive it far harder through the turns than the other chaps. But he's going. He's holding on to third position. Gary van Heerden is going, come on, Derek, let's have a go at the front. I don't want third. Derek is blocking the line. He thinks that Gary wants through, but he doesn't want it now. Let's have a look. He closes up onto the back of Clayton LaRue, and down the straight they go back towards Sunset. That is the old Sunset. It is now the Goodyear sweep.
Back to the front end of Class A. Look at this. The battle still continues between Ray Wolford and George Economides. Economides looking in that rearview mirror because Wolford is looking dominating. Here comes Wayne Masters in the Johannesburg car sitting in third, and he's starting to close down on the gap that these boys have opened up. It's going to be tight stuff between classes A, 1, 2 and 3. There they are in picture. Fourth place still Jason Finney and Pilaffer and Gossman in 5 and 6.
Really tight stuff. Wayne Masters put his headlights on. He has shown the intention, but look at this for pressure. Jake Jacobs, Clayton LaRue, Derek Smallberger and Gary van Heerden. Look at this going into the fastest sweep of the course. Derek throws it away. Derek throws it away at the mine shop. Unbelievable.
That was tight, buddy. I don't know how you hang on to that. I think back wheels on the tar, front wheels on the dirt, and it just spun itself around. Very lucky man to get away with that.
I think Derek Smallberger can tell us what the color of adrenaline is, and it's brown. Look at these guys going through the dust. I heard it. Oh no! Craig Marais throws it away. He goes through the dust, brakes too late, and he sticks it in the wall. Unreal.
That's the leader of Class B who's gone missing. Here comes Kieran Kwambi. I think Kwambi might have a problem with that car. I'm not quite sure what's happened, but he's pulling onto the side of the circuit, just at the bottom of the mine shaft. Now that's not a good place to park, considering all the action we've seen down there. Craig Marais out of the car. He's all okay, but unfortunately that's the end of his second win here for the day, and he is out of the race.
Unbelievable stuff, and he's throwing some valuable points away from his championship at the moment. Voldy's probably going, thank you very much, I'll have that. But let's go to the top. Westbank, there's going to be contact here.
Oh, big
there
contact.
It is.
3 types of contact. Peter Thompson. And look at that. It's all about action. 69 coming off the worst for wear there. Dean Lester having to put foot flat through the kitty litter to get that car out.
Let's go to the front of the field. Wayne Masters has caught up. Wayne Masters has caught. George Economides and Ray Wolford have been holding each other up, and Wayne goes to have a look. Wayne is going to play cat and mouse peekaboo. He wants to let them know he's there, and he wants that position from them. Look at this. Ray Wolford up the inside. George Economides goes defensive, plays Dr. Block. Wayne is just sitting there going, come on guys, you hold each other up and I'm going to have this win.
Looks as if Ray Wolford hasn't got exactly what it takes. George Economides is going to be hanging on, but only just. There's only going to be a couple of hundredths of a second between these boys as they cross the line. Economides hangs on from Ray Wolford, and a great drive from Wayne Masters to finish up in third. Jason Finney hanging on just ahead of Jürgen Pilaffer and Andy Gossman as they've come across the line now. Well, that's all about the day's action, and what a great ride in Class A. Here comes the battle for Class B though, and Clayton LaRue's going to hang on for his second win just ahead of Gary van Heerden. What happened to Jacobs, and where has the rest of Class B got to?
Let's have a look at the finish on Class B. We have Conrad Viljoen ahead of Rob Prius. These guys have taken it away from Craig Marais because he stuck it in the wall. Unreal racing.
Once again, fantastic stuff. George Economides ahead of Ray Wolford and Jason Finney. Clayton LaRue hangs on to his second win for the day, and also second of his career from Van Heerden and Derek Smallberger. Down in Class B, it was Conrad Viljoen who takes his first victory in Class B ahead of Prius and Prinsloo, and Mark Gregory, after some evasive driving, hangs on to Class C.
So George, another win, but it wasn't made too easy. The reigning champions creeping up in you there.
Absolutely, Roger. I had a much better start this time. Turn 2, Ray was right on my tail. I managed to pull away for the first 3-4 laps. Suddenly I saw him coming like a steam train, and we had a fantastic tussle to the end. It was amazing.
And Ray, since you've swapped to a Polar, slowly but surely you're getting it more competitive.
Yeah, slowly, but we've been battling with the weight from day one. It's actually worse than what we thought, so it's taken a bit of time, but we're getting the weight out of the right places.
How much weight are you talking about? That's too much.
250 kilos.
Too much?
Yeah. So
you can't compete
I
with
didn't want
that.
to cut it for no reason and in the wrong places, and I wasn't prepared to butcher the car, so we're getting it in the right places now.
Any weight come off the driver?
No, not yet, but we're working on that.
Make sure you get down to Swartkops on the 29th of September for the next round of the Goldwagen Volkswagen Challenge. Next week on Rapid Motion Africa, we catch up with round number 6 of the Pro Tour and the Altec Kawasaki ZX-10 and Formula V Championships.